My sister totaled my Mustang, but she didn't know the family secret. I spent 2 years saving for that midnight blue Mustang. Every overtime shift at the warehouse, every skipped dinner, every time I walked instead of taking an Uber, all for that car. And when I finally drove it off the lot, I felt something I hadn't in years. Pride. It lasted exactly 24 hours. When I came home from work, my 19-year-old sister, Jamie, was sprawled on the couch scrolling TikTok. She's never had a job, never paid a bill, and never faced a consequence in her life. Keys, she said without looking up. I'm meeting friends downtown. Absolutely not, I told her. Take the bus. She rolled her eyes. Don't be weird. It's just a car. That should have been my warning. Jamie always dismissed things right before destroying them. I went upstairs to shower, leaving my keys on the counter. Biggest mistake of my life. I was still rinsing my hair when I heard the engine roar. By the time I made it downstairs in a towel, she was gone. 2 hours later, Officer Torres called. Mr. Nguyen, there's been an accident involving your vehicle. Is the driver okay? I asked. She's fine. But the car's totaled. At the scene, I found my dream car wrapped around a telephone pole, 30 grand of twisted metal. And Jamie? Leaning against a police cruiser like she was waiting for a ride. Hey, big brother. Little fender bender. No big deal, she smirked. I just stared at the wreck. No big deal? This was everything I had. She shrugged. Insurance will cover it. And come on. Mom and Dad will make you forgive me. That's how this family works. Her words froze me. Because 3 months earlier, I'd taken a DNA test. Results? 0 match with Mom. 0 with Dad. 0 with Jamie. I wasn't their son at all. Suddenly everything made sense, why I was always the outsider, why Jamie could do no wrong, why I was expected to forgive everything. I pulled out my phone. You're right, Jamie. That is how this family usually works. Her smirk widened. Exactly. So let's call Mom. I spun the screen toward her. DNA results, 0% related. The smirk vanished. I'm adopted. Which means I don't owe you or them anything. All those years of covering for you? Done. I hit speed dial. Hi, this is Nathan Nguyen. I need to report a stolen vehicle. Driver wasn't authorized and isn't on my policy. Jamie's face strained. Wait. You can't do that. I'm your sister. No, I said, watching her crumble. You're not. The insurance rep called it what it was, grand theft auto. Officer Torres didn't hesitate, he pulled out the cuffs. For the first time in 19 years, Jamie's tears were real. There was no safety net. No mom and dad to shield her. Just consequences she'd been dodging her whole life. I walked back to my beat-up Honda, watching her in the rearview mirror as Torres led her away. Sometimes karma isn't about revenge. Sometimes it's just about letting people fall into the hole they dug themselves.